the final day in Bariloche again. We will be mispronouncing that a lot. 2 days of hiking on the road, pounding against the pavement, the hills, the mountains, the glaciers, crossing rivers, and it's taken its toll. The knee, the ITB band is absolutely pulsing this morning, so it's a little chill. I'm not even going to say active recovery day because we're going to do cakes, coffee, a little bit of chocolate because this is a huge chocolate time, and then just get down on the little like beachy area. It's a pebble beach. Just have a little rest and recuperate before our final day tomorrow, where hopefully we'll get another hike in the bones. We are in El Molinito cafe. I came here yesterday to pick up a little cake, obviously with a neck injury, and it was that good. We've had to come back. Very much reminding me again of like a little skiing time somewhere up in Andorra. But yeah, lovely little setting, and this is what we're dealing with. This little fella here, hopefully we're in focus, and if not, I'll just overlay. But it was banging last night. I mean, the calorie ratio in this must be absolutely insane. It's ultra dense, but the added benefit, they put a little bit of lemon zest on top. Let's give it another little taste test, because just have a little look at that. It's light, it's fresh, it's fruity, full of absolute outrageous flavours. I feel as if I'm discussing a wine here, just throwing the shoulders around. Possibly one of the best desserts I've ever had, and the good thing is we're having it for breakfast. It's like Christmas when you're at home, whatever goes. The coffee, I'll overlay now, but it looks lovely little coffee art, very friendly in here. But yeah, one sip of the schooner, just give it a little score. It smells potent on the outset. Serious bit of coffee, that. Cappuccino we on him? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is top draw. I think I've had a few coffees recently. Sometimes they're a little bit too strong. Sometimes they put in this like crazy nutmeg stuff on top. This is absolutely perfect. No sugar needed. What a start today. Caffeine going in the bones. An athlete's breakfast. And the day is but young, baby. Cheers now.
So, we had to try some chocolate. Well, I did. It's Riche Patagonia. And apparently, a lot of the chocolate shops here outsource the chocolate from elsewhere, whereas these are locally made. So, of course, I had to get a leche. Oh. Oh, God, it's so good. How did you say it? I've forgotten. Something leche. It's like caramel. That is really nice.
How much did you get? How much did you set you back out?
I got 3. It was like 2,000. I think they weigh it.
So that's like £1.50.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, it's all on weight.
Mhm.
Rating out of 10. Well, you have to give them a rating at the end when you add it. What's the shop like?
What's the, sorry?
I give a little insight of the shop while Em is digesting this little one, but the shop inside is super, super flair. It's like going into something from Harry Potter when you go in there. What's it called, the place in Harry Potter where they have all the mad treats and stuff? It looks like that. Flair shop. The woman was really nice. Obviously, I can't eat any for the nuts, and she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you do not need to be sorry. But back to the king.
So now we have a raspberry one. She said it's like a jelly. Don't know if I should have gone for this one. It reminds me of what are them sweets that you get, like, I'm trying to get, oh.
Turkish delight.
Oh my God. It's more like a jam. Oh my God. That is so weird. Not weird, amazing. Wow. Right, let me save that for a second. I'll go straight in. I think I prefer that over the first one. This one is a strawberry one. This one is more like a gel, like a jelly. Oh, very soft. No, not for me, that one.
What flavour did you get? No strawberry then?
No strawberry, but it's more like dark chocolate, and I hate dark chocolate.
One for the dark chocolate lovers. What's your favourite?
This one. Look at that. Success.
Let me put you on to the best restaurant in the whole of Patagonia. Sensational food, but first, these little fellas, what a purchase. Got them in Bali, 10 of the Queen's English pounds, and has served me well on the hiking circuit. However, we digress from the best restaurant, Alto El Fuego, and it was absolutely fire from start to finish. The service, the setting. We actually walked past here like 5 times, me and Em, and didn't even see it. They have a lovely little wine cellar downstairs, very intimate. Would highly recommend a glass of the old Malbec Vino Blanco, whatever it is, your poison of choice. They came out the starter, which, you know what I mean, a lot of places in Argentina and mainly in Argentina actually, not all across South America, they do a little like entree or a little like bread and something just to get the old juices flowing. Homemade bread, focaccia, and it also came with 1 chimichurri and like a bean ceviche. So just silly flavors and just homemade bread. It just gets you off to a good start. The king on a little Sauvignon Blanc, and she reloaded it not once. No, she only reloaded it once, in fact. Just a couple glasses, keep ticking over in the afternoon. And then on the second time he came back to pour it, I had my like camera set up at side, obviously like filming, just like eating or whatever. And the guy was loving it. So I'm pretty sure he topped her glass up like super, super high, knowing that it was going to be coming to YouTube or something. So yeah, silly service, very, very friendly. I went for the staple, the black pudding. The king's on the chorizo. For me, the black puddings out here, unbelievable. Both the steak and black pudding that we had today, the best we've had, not only in Patagonia, I guess, San Carlos de Bariloche. I'm trying to not say that word because it's absolute shambles every time I do. But the whole, do you know what I mean, the whole of Argentina, if the food is this good in Buenos Aires, and most people have said to me, the food is actually better there, we're in a good little spot. So I'm giving the black pudding a straight 10. The chorizo, 8 out of 10, still silly flavors. And then we moved on to the main course, 500 gram ribeye steak. I got this to myself in Mendoza, but it was also like a bit more of like we hadn't eaten that day today. We had a bit of breakfast, had some cake. So me and Em split it. You can do like 50-50, which I'm not really sure why they sell it as 500 grams. Because I thought it was going to come as 1 big steak, came as 2. So I guess you could just, I'm not sure why they don't just say you can buy 1 steak for each person, but it comes as like a sharing platter. A lot of the food in there was one of the, we didn't get a salad, but the people on the next table had the biggest salad I've ever seen. It was in like a massive like chalice. It was that big, but yeah, the meat out here, second to none. Do you know what I mean? Just crazy flavors, cooked really nicely today. We've been to a few countries, specifically in, where were we? In Uruguay, and we read this online. And if you're Uruguayan, I don't want to see you fight me in the comments. I didn't cook the steak. They're like, oh, how'd you like your steak cooked? And you'd be like, oh, medium rare, I'd normally get, and it would just come absolutely cremated to chips. So, I mean, don't come for the chef. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm asking how do you want it, it's going to come out chef's kiss every single time. But yeah, that was absolutely banging. One thing to note, a lot of like the restaurants and like bar, not necessarily bars, but like a lot of the shops today, they close for like an hour or 2 hours over lunch. This restaurant is open until 3 p.m, then shuts 3 till 7, and then opens again in the evening. So yeah, don't get caught by that. Us in the UK, we're usually having dinner at like 7 o'clock, me and Em back home. But obviously if you're from Europe, if you're from South America, you know what I mean, you're used to eating late. But yeah, for us UK folk, just remember that you need to eat late if you're going out for dinner. Obviously ours was a little late lunch, but yeah, for me, absolute 10 out of 10. The service, the wine, the steaks, the black pudding, and everything in between. We're going to be back on the hiking trails tomorrow. I think we're going to go do a little teleferico up to a nice little viewpoint to start with, and then a nice gentle walk. I think it's going to be a long one, but not too much severity, not battering the legs. My knees are killing, and my soleus in both my calves. Absolutely shambolic. Questions as always in the old comments. Whilst you're down there, hit that subscribe button, coming so close to 3K subs. I'll see you tomorrow, Ben and the chef. He's always cooking. Let's get it.